Title: Blood in the Attic. The rain poured like bullets on the rooftop as Emma Parker turned the rusty key into the lock of her grandmother's old house. She had inherited the Victorian-style mansion in Ravens Hollow after her grandmother passed away 2 weeks ago. The house stood at the edge of the forest, far from town, surrounded by tall, silent trees that seemed to guard its dark history. Emma stepped inside, her boots echoing on the wooden floor. Dust hung in the air like ghosts, untouched for years. The furniture was covered in white sheets, and the whole house smelled of age and secrets. She was here to sort through her grandmother's belongings and prepare the house for sale. But something about the place felt off. The wind howled through the broken window panes, and Emma shivered. She walked through the hallway, her flashlight illuminating old portraits with faded eyes that seemed to watch her. As she passed by the staircase, something caught her attention, a faint, almost inaudible creak coming from above. The attic. Her grandmother had always forbidden anyone from going up there. Emma remembered asking as a child what was up there, only to be scolded sharply. Now, curiosity burned inside her. She climbed the stairs, each step groaning under her weight. The attic door stood at the end of the hallway, locked with a rusted padlock. Luckily, she had the full set of keys. Click. The lock fell open. The door creaked open slowly, revealing darkness and a chilling cold. The attic smelled of mold and something else metallic, like blood. She stepped inside and turned on her flashlight. The attic was filled with old boxes, covered furniture, and broken toys. But at the far end, something strange caught her eye. A red stain on the wooden floor. Blood. Fresh. Emma's breath hitched. She bent down to touch it. Still wet. Suddenly, the attic door slammed shut behind her. She spun around, flashlight shaking in her hand. "Hello," she called, but her voice was swallowed by the thick silence. Then footsteps. Not hers. She wasn't alone. From behind an old trunk, a shadow moved. Emma backed away slowly, and then she saw it. A pale figure, crouched, hair covering its face, blood dripping from its fingers. Emma screamed. The figure looked up, hollow eyes, mouth stitched shut with black thread. It crawled toward her with unnatural speed. Emma turned and ran, but the attic door wouldn't budge. She banged on it, screaming, "Let me out!" The figure whispered in her ear, though its mouth was closed. "You should not have come here." She turned, but nothing was there. She kicked the door hard, and it flew open, sending her tumbling back into the hallway. She slammed the door shut and ran downstairs, heart racing. Later that night, as she sat trembling in the living room, she noticed an old journal lying on the table, her grandmother's. With shaking hands, she opened it. May 5th, 1967. I hear them again. At night, they whisper from the attic. They tell me the blood is still there. June 2nd, 1967. They told me to hide it, so I did. I had no choice. If anyone finds it, they'll come for them too. June 30th, 1967. I stitched his mouth so he would never tell. Emma dropped the journal, nausea rising in her throat. She couldn't sleep. Every creak, every whisper of wind made her flinch. She had to know the truth. The next day, she returned to the attic. In daylight, the blood was gone, as if it had never been there. She began searching through the boxes, driven by fear and curiosity. Under a pile of old newspapers, she found a wooden trapdoor hidden beneath a rug. There was something beneath the attic floor. She pried it open. A foul stench filled the air. Inside was a small skeleton, wrapped in an old baby blanket. Its skull cracked open. Emma screamed and fell backward. And then she understood. Her grandmother had killed a child. To hide something or someone. Suddenly, the whispering returned, louder this time. Blood must pay for blood. Emma turned. The same stitch mouth figure stood before her, but this time it was crying. Black tears fell from its eyes. Emma whispered, "Who are you?" The figure pointed to the skeleton, and then to her. In a flash, Emma saw visions. Her grandmother holding a baby, crying, screaming, and then silence. Blood on the walls. The attic door slamming shut. The stitched figure wasn't a ghost. It was a memory. A soul trapped by violence. Emma couldn't move. The attic was spinning. The cries filled her ears. And then everything went black. 3 days later, police arrived at the mansion after neighbors reported loud screams and strange lights. They found Emma unconscious in the attic, mumbling words that made no sense. The mouth! It bleeds, the attic cries. The skeleton was recovered and confirmed to be a child, missing since 1967. The house was sealed off. But sometimes at night, people say they hear whispers from the attic, and blood, fresh blood, appears on the floorboards. No one stays long, because the attic remembers, and it never forgives. The end.